Do you want to learn how to navigate 3D? I kind of feel bad because I wrote my book. It's finished. And the person who normally uploads my stuff has had computer problems this week, so she hasn't been able to get my book uploaded, which will help you to navigate 3D. I'm one of a very few people that I have ever heard speak that says circumstances matter. Everyone as you pushed out is bull. Let me explain. Circumstances matter because you live in 3D. You don't like your job. You don't like your finances. You don't like your relationship with your specific person. You're living in this reality where you don't like that. So as a result of not liking the reality you live in, we're told to be delulu and to manifest in the 4D, 5D, 12D, whatever they want to call it. Our imagination, because our imagination creates our reality. Well, here's the problem with that. You imagine 2-3 times a day the desired life you want. And then you go to work. And when you're at work, somebody says something to you and you respond appropriately. Now, what do you mean by appropriately, Suzie? I mean that I asked you a question. How's work today? You answer honestly. You just undid your imaginal scenes that you've been doing because your response isn't so great. So you have to prep yourself for the changes. And we're walking, okay, there's my beautiful Swann painting. We're going to go into my hallway because I like doing stuff down there. So this is a closet. I turned the closet into Chance and Ophelia's toy room. I took the door off because they were slamming it, and I said, if you slam it one more time, I'm taking the door off. Well, now the door is in the balcony, so I can't get it out yet. But they would like it back on. So we're going to go a little further into my hallway. So as you know, I've painted over here, but I haven't painted my hallway yet, okay? But I want to show you. When you paint, oh, this is kind of perfect. Notice the white? You spackle. You find the different things and you spackle, okay? So I went through and I spackled the wall, and because I hang lights up on the ceiling, you can see little spots where the lights came down. Like here's one. I don't know if you can see it. It should be right about there, maybe not. No, it's not showing up on the camera. Oh, there it is. See it right there? We spackled. And because we spackled, we are waiting for the spackle to dry so that I can do the final sanding coat so that I can paint the hallway. And yes, I'm painting it the same color as that. But what do I do with the door? Because it just doesn't look right. But here's the thing. This is 3D. This is my electrical box. Decorating divas say to cover this. But I had 2 uncles who were firemen. And if there's a fire, the first thing they do is they look for the electrical box to shut off the electricity breaker so that it doesn't get into an electrical fire. So I don't paint this. I don't cover this. I decorate around it. This is 3D. This is reality. This is the most important thing in your physical house, the electrical box, because this controls all the electricity. The lights, the refrigerator, charging your phone, the stove, if you have washer and dryer, it covers everything in the house. One of these little breakers gets turned off, you don't have lights. So now all of a sudden, there's no lights in your bathroom. There's no lights in the bedroom. There's no light, wherever it is, in the hallway. You're kind of being a little bit so you understand where I'm coming from. My sign back there says, all battles are first won or lost in the mind. Joan of Arc. So 3D is a battle that you lose in your mind or win in your mind. So don't mind the hair because we're painting today. But let's get into this. You are trying to navigate the 3D, and you get to work and people start yelling at you. Been there, done that. I've had people throw lunch meat at me at Walmart. It's not fun. Wasn't even my fault that the lunch meat got thrown at me. They were upset with my coworker. So what did I do? I apologized to the people who had to witness this person being upset. And then I talked to the person, and by the time he left, I made him laugh. Why? Because I changed my words coming out of my mouth. I didn't say, wow, that was rude, that was disrespectful. I just kind of leaned over and said, hey, I'm really sorry that you have to see this. And he said, why are you apologizing to them? I said, because they have to witness this. I said, I'm not really sure what I did to upset you that you would throw something at me, but I'm apologizing to the people around you that have to see this. I didn't put him in defensive mode. I apologized to people because I was doing my job and he was attacking me. That didn't go over very well with him, but I continued until he was laughing. My manager stood there 20 feet away, watched the whole thing play out and didn't even intervene. Didn't step up and say, hey, what's going on here? Nothing. He just let me do it. And then when he came up to me and he said something to me, and I said, I don't even want to talk to you. I said, you were rude and disrespectful. You're the manager of this store and you allowed that person to do that to me. You need to walk away. And I went in the kitchen. Just because I was polite to that person doesn't mean I didn't set a boundary with this person. And 3D is all about changing your habits, your patterns, the things that you do on a day-to-day basis in order to get the beautiful look that you're going for. Now, the closet, some may say is beautiful, some may say is not. Maybe leave me a comment. Should I paint the closet a lighter shade of the purple so that it's a little bit more standoutish, or should I leave it that color? Here's your 3D. Now I work from home. So this is what my desk looks like. It's chaos. It's cluttered. But that's normal life. We're going to have situations where everything doesn't look pristine. I don't hardly use my living room because I'm usually always over here, but then I get to look out my beautiful view. So that's what I get to see. So I'm walking you around my actual 3D, showing you that if you want to change your reality, you got to start with something as simple as it's possible. It's possible to have a good day. This is where I intend comes in really well. But I intend was mostly used, I intend my boyfriend to bring me a bottle of wine. I intend him to bring me flowers. I intended to have a good day. But when you're in chaos and things are a little messier than you want, it's possible to have a good day. It's possible to see that things turn around. It's possible to get that bill paid today. It's possible that life can miraculously make me smile. When you start looking at the fact that it's possible, which is one of the techniques in my book that I share, it's possible. And that possibility becomes your new reality because you changed you. You didn't change the outside world, you changed the way you're speaking to the outside world. So when you are at that job and things are going chaotic, you can say, it's possible the day gets better. It's possible I get nicer customers. It's possible. Because the more you keep the possibilities alive, the faster your reality is going to change.